So, what kind of tools are you using as a wheelchair user? I wanted to go through a few that I use on a daily basis, and some of these ideas might be helpful for someone. So, the first one that I always have nearby is the famous Reacher. So, this one is a little bit longer than others that I've used because I wanted to be able to fold it, and this just happened to come with a flashlight. So you might see, unfold it. There's a little bulb there and some batteries in there. I have to change the batteries, but the light itself was good, and I liked it. So a reacher is really what I keep close by. It's what I use the most, and I drop it all the time, but but it's helpful. The next one that I use, this is for hanging clothes up in your closet. So if you can't reach it, so many of you might have used this already. It's just a wooden stick with a hook on one end and a Z form on the other, and you just put the hanger there and you hang it on your bar in your closet. Um, I use it for other things. Sometimes I drop, like a string or a cord or something, so then I use the hook on the other end. So it can be used for or as a back scratcher. No, I'm just kidding. But I've used this one quite a bit, and I have it close by, so that's it's helpful. I have a bar now. We lowered the bar in my closet, so because just using this stick to put clothes up and take clothes down was exhausting. So they got some bars with some long hooks that they could hang on the main bar. So my clothes are down at my in my reach now. So that's kind of cool. The next tool that I use is for when you lose or don't have much strength to pick up your leg. You put your leg in here and you can move your leg from one side to another. I don't see paraplegics or quadriplegics using this very often, but for me, it was kind of essential to get into bed and get out of bed. So I have it available. Right now, my foot is a little bit better, but sometimes I lose strength and I need to. It's comfortable to the touch. It has a cloth covering a stiff wire inside it, so you can shape it according to your need. So I just put my foot in there and I pull it in the direction that I need to. My next one is for the sock. So you put your sock in over this little tool, and then you put your foot in to the scooper here, and then you pull it. It has some cords, so then you pull it, and you pull your foot in it, and then your sock is on. So if you have energy issues and you just need to make it a little bit easier, then one of these would probably help. I just call it the sock putter oner. So those are the basic tools. My stuff falls all over. That's okay. So those are the basic tools that I use. If you want to talk about the tools that you use, that would be great. In the bathroom, I have a commode, a bariatric commode, so there's plenty of space for me to put my hands down and be able to transfer safely. I did that because one time I was transferring, I put my hands on the seat of the toilet, and the seat on the toilet broke and went flying in one direction, and I went flying in another. So I don't quite trust seats on toilets anymore. so, so we have a commode over the toilet. And that's much safer for me, especially when I need to transfer. It's a bariatric commode, so that means it's a little bit larger than the normal commode, and it just keeps me safe from flying around the bathroom. So that's another tool I use, and it's worked great. So it might be a little higher than I want it, but I'm fine with it. It just keeps me off the floor. So talk about the tools that you use, because everyone is different. Everyone, uses different tools, different apparatuses. The ones I have are just really the basics, the usual tools for people who are paraplegic. So feel free to mention the tools that you use and show us, do a show and tell. Also, if you're wondering who this person is, my name is Lisa, and this is Power Wheelchairs for Success. I talk about everything about wheelchairs to the best of my ability. I share my stories, and I give out important information when I find it. I do have on Mondays, I have news you can use, so it's wheelchair news. On Wednesdays, I publish my podcast. So yesterday there was a podcast that was posted. And on Fridays, I do tech stuff. So, I don't do tech stuff very well. I have to do quite a bit of research on that. But it's tech stuff in regards to wheelchairs, and it could be history, but it also could be future wheelchairs and who's inventing what and what kind of changes are happening to wheelchairs these days. So that is Tech Friday. And then Wednesdays is my podcast, and Mondays is wheelchair news you can use. So, and I give all the updates on news you can use. I do have a series that once in a while I'll post, and that has to do with the airlines. We all know that we were having a lot of trouble with the airlines of breaking our wheelchairs and losing our wheelchairs and sending our wheelchairs somewhere else where they're not supposed to go. So any progress with that problem, I will post some news, and the thumbnail will always be an airplane, and it's called Wheelchair Travel Opinion because I do have my opinions on it. So I put in the article that it's based on, and then I'll put in some opinions. I'll read parts of the article. So, and the link for the article will always be there down below in the description box, so you can check those out. So I'm hoping that this was useful. Post your questions, your comments, and I'll see you in the next one.